Hello, the time has finally come. We've hit 100,000 subs, and I decided to do a Q&A for it, so I have a list of questions. Yes, there's actually writing on them. I thought it'd be funny to have cards. So like suddenly, about 8 months ago, we started going up really quickly. I was at 20,000 subs, and that's after 10 and a half years of doing Let's Plays, and then lately I started doing a little bit of a shift with my content. We came across Stardew Valley. I started making videos for Stardew Valley and they started popping off. And I felt like, okay, well, this is temporary. It's gonna fall down at any time. Like suddenly the videos are just going to start not doing as well and will settle back down. That straight up did not happen. Every video that I make like breaks previous channel records and it's so exciting to me. And eventually we've just built ourselves up to here, so thank you so much. I can't express my gratitude more than enough. So saying I was going to do a Q&A, I'm always nervous when I do anything that requires any kind of viewership participation, because I always think that like no one's going to do anything and I'm gonna look like a fool. I got 270 responses, 270 questions to answer. Can't do all of that. I'm gonna do my best to answer. I'm answering the questions that were asked the most. Almost all of these have multiple people asking the same question, so hopefully it's enough. I think I have about 20 here. How did you get into Stardew Valley and what made you want to create content about it? So first time I saw Stardew Valley was a Let's Play by Nintendo Capri Sun. And I really liked what I saw, so I got the game. At the time I worked as an overnight security guard and I had several hours, like 12-hour shifts where literally nothing happens. I just look at an empty parking lot and make sure that no one pisses on the curb or something. So I played a bunch of Stardew Valley. I think I got like a good 50 hours in on that job. And what made me want to create content about it? It wasn't anything specific. Honestly, it just came up to being the next game that I wanted to do a Let's Play on. It was, I think it's like Let's Play number 71 that I've done. This is right around the time that I was like, okay, I want to start making content that's individually viewable and not like part of a series. And it just kind of ramped up from there. Next question, can you show us your first casual farm? Yes, I can. So here we are on the first farm that I ever made. As you can see, not the cleanest of layouts. Got all my machines right here. This is year 2, Wednesday, 17th of spring, by the way. This is actually the exact day that this file finished the greenhouse. I don't remember having this many animals, but I am absolutely kitted out down here. Fence, that makes a lot of sense. Goat, a bunch of cows. Probably more than I need. Everything is just like kind of haphazardly emptied out. Like all the trash is empty from out of here. I have a tapper on that tree randomly. Absolutely filled to the brim with a bunch of strawberries. Got some ancient fruits right here. I don't even know if they're going to grow in the time that they have, because I probably wouldn't have even known to plant them at the very beginning of the season. Maybe I did. Got a bunch of stuff growing. Gold. What do we have in our letters? Wool. All right, Emily. Let's look at our relationships here. Abigail is our girlfriend, not married yet, and I'm not sure why I haven't hopped on that. But this isn't actually, the first person I ever married was Emily. This file never got as far as marriage, so this is even before I figured out I could marry anyone, I think. I kind of want to go see what the progress on the community center is, and on the mines. I just want to see where everything is. Oh yeah. This file was made before the board was added, because I want to say this is a 1.3 file. I think that's when I got into the game. So looking at it here, looks like the only thing that we don't have done is the bulletin board. I could take a guess at what we don't have. Fiddlehead, fern, truffle, yeah. Typical. Hay, that's an interesting thing to not have. Rabbit's foot and pomegranate. So you're telling me that I had the red cabbage, huh? Interesting. Mines are probably finished. Yeah, figured as much. I have gold tools, all gold tools actually, which is impressive. That's a lot of gold tools for the beginning of year 2. I usually wouldn't even bother with like the hoe or the watering can up to this point. Well, there you go. That's kind of how this one ended. I stopped right here because I think I think I just didn't have my job anymore. I swapped to a different job where I couldn't play Stardew on the clock, oddly enough. So this is where this one ended. Yes, you have face cam on streams, and it was in the imperfection run sometimes, but will you ever do a face reveal for the people who haven't watched the streams or that video? No. Pancakes or waffles? Waffles, easily. Do you plan on doing any non-Stardew content again? Yeah. I don't think that any game could really take me on forever to the end of the universe. I'm trying to get something figured out. I see, the thing is, I'm so comfortable with Stardew Valley right now, and it's not like I feel forced to make Stardew Valley content. It's that I like making it. It's comfortable, both in terms of recording and editing, and people like it. So like, that's just what I've been doing for a while. I'm trying to like get another video out, but it's hard to like just do it, but hopefully soon. Who's your favorite bachelor or bachelorette in Stardew? Gotta be Sebastian, like as generic as that is. Okay, it's a couple of things that just take them through the top. First of all, the frogs. Second of all, the motorcycle. I think Haley comes close probably, and that's about it. What inspired you to make YouTube videos? Was there a YouTuber that inspired you, or did you want to fill a niche that didn't exist? What inspired me? Who inspired me? Chugga Conroy. You know, every Let's Player 11 years ago started because of Chugga Conroy, I feel. I just wanted to make something. I was 14 when I decided I was gonna do it and started doing it. And I just wanted to create something. I didn't have like a creative outlet, and that felt like a good one, and I stuck with it for 11 years and didn't stop. Did I want to fill a niche that didn't exist? Back then I had no concept of what a niche was. I just wanted to do the same thing that other people were doing. Right now I think I'm filling up a niche. Do you have any advice for up and coming content creators and how to get started? So this one's hard for me to like feel like I'm qualified to answer, but I'll give it my best shot. So like I just said, I just did Let's Plays for 11 years. Then I started making content that was clickable, enjoyable, snappy through the whole thing, kept attention. And I feel like I was able to just suddenly start making videos like that because of how much knowledge I'd gotten over those 11 years of just making whatever. So I would say start with content that you just want to make. Straight up, if you're passionate about it, do it and learn whatever you need to do that. Second thing, audio. Personally, I find audio to be much more important than video. If audio is annoying, doesn't matter how pretty the video is, how beautiful the editing is, it's hard for me to watch personally. I'd get a decent mic. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. There's ones for $30 nowadays that sound fantastic, just as good as this thing right here. If you could change the personality/dialogues of an NPC, who would it be and what would you do? This is easy for me. Okay, so what I would do, this is more like adding than changing. There's a couple of things I'm changing. It's all about Clint. So I think that there should be one more scene that you see after you see Emily's 10 heart scene and Clint's 6 heart scene. I think that's his last scene. Whatever one where he's in the saloon and he's like looking at Emily, he's like, ugh, I'm a nice guy if you get to know me. Like, you've watched that, you watched the tailoring scene. There should be one more scene after you've seen both of those and you get Clint to 8, 9 hearts, where he starts to realize where he's going wrong when approaching women and says he's getting into the dating scene. He's not going after Emily. He's getting into the dating scene. He's going to start dating. And I think after you watch that cutscene, every now and again, so cut out any dialogue after that refers to Emily from him. Like, just cut it. Maybe he can mention that, that we're just good friends now or something. But maybe like every Friday he'll be like, oh, I have a date over in Zuzu City today and I'm excited. And instead of going to the boiler room, he goes to Zuzu City, so he's gone. I would love that. I would love that so much. I got 2 minutes out of that one. What animal would you add to Stardew Valley and what item would they give? Okay, I was going to go with something that makes sense, but you know what? We have ostriches. You know what I'm going for? Lizards. Coop animal. They drop a tail and a shedded skin, and you know what you can do with that? Lizard tail soup. Yeah, I don't know. My favorite animal is lizards. I would love to see them represented somehow, some way, but probably not in the traditional way that a regular animal would be. Favorite movie or show you're interested in right now? Currently, I'm in between shows that I'm interested in. Owl House just ended. I love that show. That is a very good show. I've been thinking about watching House, like the doctor show, because I've been seeing clips of it on TikTok, and honestly, I'm really interested, and it's apparently free on Peacock. So, what's your favorite season? So, living in Maine, I feel like I can't really say anything other than fall. We are literally known for our beautiful fall foliage. We still get rain. I'm a lover of rain. Thunderstorms, the heavier the thunderstorm, the better for me. I don't like driving in snow, which is a little detrimental if you live in the northernmost part of the continental United States. And spring here is actually really like muddy and icky, so. What's your favorite game outside of Stardew? The answer to that question changes about once a week. I think right now, like I have my like fixation on a game for like 2 weeks, and then I move on, never to touch it again. That's what I end up doing all the time. Currently, it's Minecraft on the side. When you look, okay, I have two here that are kind of a combo. So when you look back on your older content like Super Mario 64 ROM hack Let's Plays, how do you think you've improved, and what would you like to continue to improve? So the best thing that's improved going from like Let's Plays to current videos is that every video can stand on its own. Having scripted videos keeps relevant information flowing better, where, you know, a lot of the Let's Plays would be like 5 seconds of silence. All right, now we're blah, 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 blah. I've also increased the density of my editing throughout videos a lot more. I try to do like a little bit of more editing every single time I make a new video, like, so there's never like downtime. There's never not something to look at. That's one of the big points I've improved on. And kind of in that same vein, how do you feel about the way your channel went recently, focused more on Stardew Valley and less on what you were doing up to that point, Let's Plays and ROM hacks? A little bittersweet. As much as I love like making actual like high quality single video content, it's hard not to miss doing Let's Plays where you can kind of follow the entire story of a game, give your thoughts on every single bit of the story, create emotional moments through the story of that game with maybe editing something special in. It's hard not to miss that. There's something that you'll just never be able to capture from a Let's Play in like 100 days video, or like a video where you've heavily edited the entire game down to like one video, 1 hour. So I miss that a bit. I feel like I'll probably do one more Let's Play at some point just to like swan song it out. Recall a couple of other questions that I wanted to answer that I don't have on cards, so I'm just going to find them. By the way, did y'all notice that like YouTube, you can't like, you go onto someone's channel and you can't sort by like oldest anymore? No, last updated and most recent, which are both the same thing. What was your favorite video to film and what was your least favorite? So favorite video is one that actually isn't out yet because it's something completely different of what I've done up to this point. It's a collaboration. You'll know it when you see it. It's like I've never done anything like it before. Should be in a few weeks. Just cool to work on something that's completely different. Least favorite. So I have a Let's Play of an Adventure Time game from, want to say 2015, 2016. Awful game. I don't know why. I think I do know why I chose to do it, because I had an Adventure Time video from forever ago that absolutely popped off. It was my most viewed video until very recently. And I was like, okay, let's ride that. Let's do an Adventure Time Let's Play. Awful game. Hated recording it. Slogged through it. Here's the one that I wanted to find. What do you do in your non-Stardew Valley time? School, work, other hobbies, plans for world domination. Hobbies, I play video games and I make videos. That's pretty much what I use all of my free time on. I also am working as an IT person at a school, and I'm also going to college again. I went to college briefly after I went to high school flunked out due to mental health reasons, and I'm going back again, and I'm just gonna get my associate's degree and peace out and say it was a success. So I'm going to be very busy for like the next year. And other hobbies, I don't have other hobbies. Video making was my hobby for over a third of my life. So that's kind of still, it can't be a hobby anymore. I don't know what to call it really. Thank you so much for letting us hit 100,000 subs. Crazy, still don't believe it. I still look at the number and I'm like, that's not right. See you all in another video, and good night. Oh, one more question. It wasn't asked for this video, but I get asked all the time anyway. What's that music in your outro? It does not have a name. I commissioned it from Joek Punos on Twitter forever ago, and it's been my outro ever since. This seems like a more than appropriate time to finally name it, so based on its two inspirations, the song Pixel Galaxy and Kirby music in general, we'll call it Pixel Star. You normally don't get to hear the whole song because of how short the outro is, so here's the whole thing.